The Okmulgee County Wellness Coalition is this year's winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award for their tobacco-free city property ordinance and the Park Pickup Party. In April of 2014, the Okmulgee City Council voted unanimously to approve a tobacco-free city property ordinance.
In one of our neighboring towns, the tobacco-free city ordinance was passed, and it was the first one that we had passed, and we were very excited. It was a great time, but then we had caught wind that some of the city council members were unhappy with it, and for as much as we tried, we put in a lot of effort to try to keep it from being repealed, but the council ultimately voted to repeal it. It was very disheartening. It was a great disappointment, but it came out to be a blessing for us because it was a chance for us to learn. And we took all of the prior city, their concerns, and even some of the bad press that we had got with that. It gave us a chance to address each concern that the city had. And it gave us the opportunity to come back and even stronger, more knowledgeable, and fully address everybody's concerns here in Okmulgee, which ultimately led to it passing without any kind of opposition from any city council members.
The ordinance would help promote tobacco cessation with city employees, protect citizens on city property, and prevent children and families from being exposed to secondhand smoke while visiting Okmulgee parks.
Some of the Okmulgee City Council members actually came and approached me because they were wanting a change and they were wanting Okmulgee to advance in health, and so they were very excited. It was a very urgent thing for them to get this health policy passed within the county.
As a way to give back to the community and promote awareness, a pickup party was organized at one of the most visited parks in Okmulgee to beautify the area by picking up tobacco litter.
Basically, the pickup party came about because we were looking for an activity to do within the community so that we could educate people on the new tobacco-free city property ordinance here in Okmulgee County. And it was a way that our coalition could get out and be active at the local park. They came out and picked up toxic cigarette litter where kids play. The park is a frequently visited park here in Okmulgee County, and it's one of the largest parks.
Well, I'm Bob Seebeck, past president of the Okmulgee Wellness Coalition, and I was involved in the pickup party that was sponsored. So we came to the municipal park here in Okmulgee and worked one day, and we got caught with a little bit of rain, but had a large group out here that particular day, picked up in the playground that you see in the background, and collected the amount of material located here on my left. And I had the opportunity to go with Jennifer to the city council meeting and talk to the council and thank them for passing the ordinance to help clean up our parks in our city. So we're appreciative of that, and we thank them for that particular opportunity.
The tobacco litter was collected in a large 1-gallon jar to visibly show the public how much tobacco use takes place around children.
Some of the positive aspects of the pickup party was that it allowed different community sectors to come together and achieve a common goal. It also promoted the fact that the parks are now tobacco-free, and as a mother, that's something that's priceless because I know that I can bring my son here and he can play, and we don't have to worry about any tobacco litter or being exposed to secondhand smoke. And I think to parents of children, that is just something that is priceless.
It's rewarding to see something like this occur in the community. I have, as a personal experience, I have a mother and a father that both passed away because of cancer and smoking, and they died prematurely. So I have a passion in my heart to see a lot of this stopped, and that we have clean parks, and that we have an area where people can go and not be intimidated by smoking and secondhand smoke as such.
I feel that this ordinance is a great achievement for Okmulgee and Okmulgee County because Okmulgee is the largest city within the county, and I think that it opens up the door and gives the opportunity for Okmulgee to be a role model for all of the other cities within the county.
Congratulations to the Okmulgee County Wellness Coalition as this year's winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award for the Tobacco-Free City Property Ordinance and the Park Pickup Party. The Jackson County Community Health Action Team is this year's winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award for the countywide Body Mass Index Project.
The Jackson County Community Health Action Team is a coalition of various community partners who come together to try to determine how to make Jackson County a better, healthier place to live. One of the initiatives that we began in 2010 was the Body Mass Index project that was executed through our Nutrition and Fitness Task Force. Initially, this program gathered body measurements from about 1,000 school children, grades 1 through 6. It has since grown to almost 2,000 in all 6 of the independent school districts here in Jackson County, as well as one of the Christian schools. We know because government surveys tell us that there is a direct correlation between nutrition and academic performance and overall health. And so the data that we gather from the information that we collect helps us develop policies and advise both school officials and parents about where their children are as opposed to national norms for children of their age. And so we will, in this video, interview some of our participants who are experts in the field and who help us collect this data. And from that, we want to say that we are so proud to have won this award.
This BMI project stood at the force of education in our community, of bringing it all together. In small communities, schools are everything. This BMI project, in starting with the schools, has disseminated to parents and to teachers and to the wellness councils, to communities. It has made the most difference of any project that we've done.
The data that we collect from the BMI project helps us as a district prepare to educate our kids, not just through health education, but also through educating them on how to live a healthy lifestyle, how to prepare them to make good choices when they leave us at the high school level. So for us, this data is very important because it gives us information to allow us to assess, and then also to allow us to provide opportunities for our staff as well as our students.
Altus Public School District has made significant changes in nutrition and physical activity to decrease the number of at-risk weight children.
This past year, we proactively addressed making our district a more nutritious environment for our students and staff. We addressed the vending machines, the school stores, the a la carte line, and our sites. We worked with vendors to ensure that the products offered were healthy and nutritious and met state standards.
Partnering with the BMI project, Southwest Technology biomedical students measure some 2,000 first through 6th grade students each year.
HOSA is a student organization. It stands for Health Occupation Students of America. So these are students who want to be in a health-related field. In the biomedical sciences program, these are students that think they want to be doctors or nurses or therapists or whatever. And so this is an opportunity for them to do community service, to give back to their community, to develop leadership skills, and the BMI project is perfect for that goal.
Well, I wanted to be a family doctor, so this is important to me because I would be seeing kids of all ages, just like I saw in elementary schools. And you get to see the nutrition value of all the younger kids and how it's going to be affecting your career, affecting lives around you, and you get to help with it.
The BMI project is having an impact on communities throughout Jackson County, including the town of Blair.
The BMI project has helped our community to realize that our children are our future and they need to be healthy. And that is our main concern, is our children. But in getting our children healthy, we as a community become more healthy also.
My students had the opportunity to take this data, and it became the framework for writing a grant.
The first year that they did the Blair Park Swing, they used that money to purchase ADA compliant playground equipment for the children. At that time, we had very little playground equipment in our park. We had like a swing and an old slide that someone had donated. So we were able to replace those with good ADA compliant playground equipment.
We wrote a grant for a local rural community in their school district to get new playground equipment because theirs was not functional. And the students, when you want them to do physical activity, they need something to boost their morale. They're not going to go out there and play on something that's rusty and boring. They're just going to sit down and they're not going to have physical activity.
Let's keep these kids moving, and then incorporating smart food choices in that, we'll see a huge difference in the BMIs in the future. But we need this data right now to show that there's a need for it.
As a student would come to the confidential station, we would ask them that they remove all shoes, bulky clothing like a hoodie or a coat, and we would ask them their name and we would get their gender. And then we would ask them to put their back to this, and we would move this up or down, and we'd record their height, and then they would come over here to the scale and we would record their weight. After that's all been recorded, we would go back after all the students had left and we'll calculate their BMI, and that'll put them into a group of malnutritioned, obese, at risk, normal.
When I first heard the statistic that this generation of kids will be the first kids that may not outlive their parents, I had to rewind it and listen to it again. And this is my field, this is what I do, and it was shocking and startling. To compare that to a community that didn't view it as a problem is terrifying.
And so I think that it starts with us making those changes within the school district that say, hey, look, we're going to get away from a lot of processed foods. We're not going to have vending machines for the kids to go to. We're going to offer salads at lunchtime. We're going to, get away from the processed fast food option and go more with fruits and vegetables that improve these kids' lives, starting school gardens where they have just maybe herbs and different things that can be used in the kitchen, that teaches the kids also about environmental issues as well. So from an education standpoint, it's limitless what you can do with this kind of information and how it can benefit your school.
Congratulations to the Jackson County Community Health Action Team, the Body Mass Index Project, as the winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award. The Okfuskee County OCCY Partnership Summer Kids Cafe is this year's winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award. Summer Kids Cafe has impacted the community of Okemah by providing free healthy meals for kids 5 days a week during the summer months, as well as daily physical activity and a safe place for children to gather with a positive adult role model and mentoring.
Summer Kids Cafe started when the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma came to the local Turning Point Coalition meeting and presented us with information on free and reduced lunch rates in our schools and in our county, and they were very high. And so our Turning Point partners were very interested in that and in being a part of the solution also. So the Regional Food Bank also was able to offer an opportunity for us to partner with them because they had the food for our community, but they also needed us to provide staff, to provide a location, and then also to research some of those best practices in summer feeding, such as putting together activities, coming up with transportation, looking at a central location for a summer food program, some of those things that would really make it a quality summer food program for our community.
We looked to Okemah to partner with the summer feeding program because we knew that there was a high need. They have over 80% low income among school-aged children, and they currently had no summer feeding programs there. So we looked to them to partner and establish a summer feeding site in the community.
But early on in the planning process, we knew that this was not going to be something we could do on our own with our local coalition and the partners we had. So we looked at who else needed to be at the table. And early on, the Okemah Community Improvement Association stepped up, the CIA, to be that fundraising arm that we needed to help raise money to hire staff for the program, to help with activities, to help with transportation costs. So they stepped up and played a really big part. And then we also knew that we needed a good location for the program. And that's where Okemah Schools came in also. And they provided the facilities, buses for transportation, and ultimately staff.
I believe the program on all levels was a tremendous success. When you look at the base level, which is going to be kids and their satisfaction, I give it the smile factor and participation. The kids were coming day after day, so we had repeat students that were here every day. They looked forward to it, they were smiling, they were having a good time. And then on the parent level, I heard nothing but very positive remarks and comments, and they were very thankful that we had this program and that their kids could, they had a place to go to during the summer that they could feel that their kids were safe and their kids were being provided for in a caring and safe environment, and we provided that.
Summer Kids Cafe was successful due to strong community engagement.
Many of our partners are working with other food programs throughout the county, such as the local food bank, the backpack program with the schools, but they did see that need over those summer months for kids to continue to receive nutritional meals. And they knew it was an issue, and then that was later confirmed through a parent survey also, that was a need in our community.
We were able to offer a diverse range of activities from nutrition, character ed, science experiments. We also provided arts and crafts and, of course, physical activity.
It's huge, and it's more than just food. Sites like Okemah that provide things like physical activities, tutoring, literacy programs, things like that. It's helping kids to not fall behind during the summer months when school isn't in session. They get that social component, they get mentoring from older adults. It keeps them out of trouble. They don't have to wonder where their next food is, where their next meal is coming from. And it's more than just food, it benefits the whole community.
On the community level, it was a tremendous success. The numbers speak for itself. The community rallied behind this program and believed in it. And it's because of their support that we were able to have this program.
I really enjoyed working with Okemah because I'm from a small rural community like that, and so it just kind of hit close to home getting to work with a really cohesive community like that is really working so hard to care for their own. It was a really great experience, and it made me think of my hometown.
There's no doubt that this program was needed. Studies have proven time after time that the summer months are very difficult on families. We understand that kids kind of fall through the cracks during the summer months. We do our very best through free and reduced lunches and also the backpack program and weekend food services that we provide for these kids. But in the summer, they have to just kind of do the best that they can. And this fulfilled a great need in our community, and we knew that they were being provided for on a nutritional level.
We've had testimonies from the summer feeding program of kids that had never had a fresh peach before. And they got a fresh peach in their lunch and they didn't know what it was and they didn't know how to eat it. And they were second graders. And I can't imagine being that age and not knowing what fresh fruit looked like. If it's not in a cup or some kind of container, they don't recognize it in its natural form.
Summer Kids Cafe is a program that took many different groups, many different agencies, many different individuals to accomplish. And I think when you have a truly collaborative effort like that, that's when everybody wins. And I've heard it said many times throughout the process and at the end also that this program, this award, this project is truly Okima's. It's not just one organization's, one individual's, one agency's, but this is Okima's program, Okima's award, Okima's project, because that's really who has won throughout this process and this project.
The citizens of Okima saw a need and they met the challenge. This award doesn't belong to any one person or any one coalition. It belongs to the citizens of Okima. And for this fact, we dedicate this award to the citizens of Okima.
Congratulations to the Okfuskee County OCCY Partnership for the Summer Kids Cafe as the winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award. The Seminole County Community Alliance Coalition and the Varnum Public School Health Youth Council is this year's winner of the 2014 Turning Point Community Champion Award for their work in the Don't Text and Drive campaign.
You are 23 times more likely to crash if you are texting while driving.
Taking your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds at 55 miles an hour is like driving the length of a football field completely blind.
If you feel like you have to text, please pull over to a safe area. Please sign our poster that you pledge never to text and drive.
Texting and driving kills, and Seminole County is doing something about it. Varnum Public Schools is one of 3 schools in the state that has been selected to pilot a Public Health Youth Council project for the Oklahoma State Department of Health. These young women make up the council and are passionate about the growing concern of texting and driving among youth in their community.
When we started the campaign, there was a lot of interest from the administration and teachers alike.
I presented a community survey and I asked them to pick out which high-risk behaviors they felt were serious in their community, the ones that they were worried about. And every one of them selected don't text and drive. They were really concerned about that. And that was the one that they voted for. And they decided that they wanted to do a campaign at their school. And I just let them go with it.
In our PowerPoint presentation, we had the statistics and the risks and mock videos showing those risks.
And the consequences that came after texting and driving.
The students wanted to make a poster where people could pledge that they would never text and drive. They wanted to do the presentations for the high school students. There's only about half the high school students that are driving, so we kept our goal low at 30%. The teachers were all also included with the pledges, and it was very successful. We met the goal of 30%. In fact, we had more than that.
As you can see here, here's the poster that's the pledge to not text and drive. Several of the students here in the school have signed that, and we are kind of a small school. I know some of the bigger schools may have a few more signatures, but we even have a few teachers that have signed this also.
Next year, the students will be able to choose a topic that they would like to do for their community. They would like to expand on the Don't Text and Drive campaign. They would like to have an obstacle course outside of the school where the students could try to text and drive to see how they could get distracted by texting and driving. And they would like to do presentations for our coalition agencies and other schools.
I personally started out joining the council to build my resume, honestly. But as we continued and we got the texting and driving campaign, it really became more about awareness for the students of the dangers of texting and driving.
I think we all joined the council for the same reason, to say that we're actually doing something in the community, and it was like an easy extracurricular. But after a while, it felt like we were actually making a difference and helping people and creating awareness.
And I'm happy that they chose this topic because I feel that it's very important for educating our young people in our community and other people as well on the dangers of texting and driving.
One of our new Public Health Youth Council members says that she had a friend that died from an accident involving texting and driving. And that's another reason they want to continue the campaign next year, so the new Public Health Youth Council members can be part of that. And she is very touched by that, so this is very exciting for her to have that community project out there.
Don't just pick up a newspaper, just get on a news app and read all the accidents that happen daily that Highway Patrol say something to the effect of inattentive driving or distracted driving or something like that is the cause of those accidents.
Public health is all about helping people. It rallies people together because they all have the same purpose, to help the community.
I don't know that I realized how prevalent initially, some of the statistics really kind of opened my eyes as well. I think everyone at some point has probably been guilty of it, whether they want to admit it or not. But I think that, through realizing the dangers of it, maybe we can really minimize it, as much as possible, because even if we save one life or 2 lives or 10 or whatever through these educational programs, I think it's well worth it.
I used to text and drive, but then once I started this campaign, I became aware of all the risks, and it's just not worth it.
Don't text and drive! Yay!
Congratulations to the Seminole County Community Alliance and the Varnum Public School Health Youth Council Don't Text and Drive campaign as this year's winner of the 2014 Community Champion Award.